the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll ride the back again here. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Martinez. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Ball handed off. Here's a jet sweep. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Direct snap to the back. Trucks through the defender. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Canes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. They've converted both third down attempts on the drive so far, but now it's 3rd and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Nice grab. It's George. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back. That's on Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Makes a quick grab. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Very efficient on 3rd down, and now it's first down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball moved back to the 4 for 2nd and goal. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. The Canes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Great cut there. Not much on that play, brought down short. Here's the second down play. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. It's a short completion to the tight end. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. First down here for this offense.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running with purpose. He's brought down out at the 46.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He'll hand it off. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught over the middle. It's Morlock. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Running play called on 3rd and short. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
On the run, it's Williams. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop play.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. That's caught. It's Brown. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. Looks like one more play here before halftime. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it off to begin the second half. Here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first. Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 40. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
The sure hands. It's Douglas. And they get him down after the completion.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pass. It's Uiagalelei. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. We're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective, moved them right down the field. And the defense continues to fight for yards. And they keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team, and you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the back now goes in motion. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Second down play coming up for this offense. Powerful running here. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction to where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down after that running play. They go with a direct snap. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock, trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Looking to throw. It's Ward. He's running out of time here. The pocket breaking down. Got him. He's sacked.
This is good pressure by the defense, and it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
The sack sets up second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion. They attack the deep middle of this defense to come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
First and goal, handoff. And now the defense able to bring him down. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a third and goal. And someone moved just a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So 8 plays into this drive now. It's third and goal. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Canes. And this one is getting ugly. And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point is good, and they're in front now, 28-3. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looking for his big tight end. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And the Seminoles hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where play...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
You make the extra point. The trail now 28-10. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the returner is brought down. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? He's tackled out beyond the 10-yard line.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Now it's second down here. Scanning the field. It's Ward. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
And now the handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. Well spotted at the 42.
They've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. He knocks this one right through, and they add to their lead.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Toafili. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
And the Noles will line up on 1st and 10. Here's that defense shifting again. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. He'll take a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Defense is coming after him. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good.